Hey, Roxanne.
Hey, how are you?
Hang on one second. I can barely hear you. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yeah, I can hear you. Maybe it's mine. Can you hear me now?
Oh, no, it's mine. Hang on. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Am I too loud? Because sometimes I'm so loud.
No.
Okay, hang on. People are asking how to get into this thing. Hang on.
Okay.
The link is at the bottom of the picture.
Let's see.
This link will take you to the Zoom. Okay, so can you see where it says somebody's waiting in the waiting room?
No, I just see two participants. That's us.
Yeah. See, what happens is whoever signs in first is the
one that's gonna let them in.
yeah. And that's why the last time when Tanya and I did it, I signed in first before her, so she could just be a participant. And then, I mean, I'll just do it. There shouldn't be that many people. There's not gonna be that many people in here anyway, so it'll be all right. I'll just
I
have
was gonna
to.
say, do you want to log back out and then I'll log in first and then you can log in?
No, I think that now we're like
Oh, people are
4 minutes to go.
Okay. All right.
Hang on one second.
Okay. Hey, Marcia.
Hi, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. Oh, I'm so excited to be able to hear you. I didn't get to watch your Zoom last time, so I'm super pumped.
Aw, so happy to see your face. Are you outside enjoying the weather?
Yes, my new puppy is driving me crazy. Keeps having accidents, so I'm out here trying to multitask and clean up his mess. But it is beautiful out here, though. I didn't want to take a chance of logging in late, so I was like, okay, I better get in there. So in case I have technical problems, I can get it worked out sooner than later.
Okay, we're gonna go ahead and mute you, Marcia. Hang on one second.
Sure.
Okay, we're just gonna wait just a couple more minutes and see who's gonna join us. All righty, guys, we're fixing to get started. All righty, so I guess some people are thinking that it's still at 8. We had originally thought we were going to do this at 8 o'clock tonight. But then I realized that my son has a football game tonight, so I had to move it to 3 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. Eastern. So if you have anybody on your team out there that might be trying to get in, or thinking that it's at 8 o'clock, please let them know that we're getting started here right now. Because we did change the time on that, but evidently, even though a new flyer went out, some people did not see that information. So let me just make sure everybody's muted. I'm still letting people in, so anyhow, so if you guys have any teammates that you think would want to be on this call or have time to be on the call, just message them right away and let's get them in. Please make sure you mute yourself, guys. All right, so today is, let me get my notes. Hang on one second. Today is Friday, November the 20th, and I hope everybody's having a terrific Friday. Let me introduce myself real quick. My name is Teresa Sobek-Abeta, and I'm a 5-star in Truvi. I'm on Tanya Evans' team. Hang on one second. I'm still trying to admit people.
What time did you get on, Addie?
Can somebody please mute themselves?
Sorry.
It's okay.
Teresa,
right.
if you want to make me admin, this is Stacey. I can help you admit people for the next few minutes.
I don't know how to add anybody as admin.
Okay, so go to the participants. I
Okay.
guess no host, not admin.
What?
And you should be able to pull my name up. Click on the arrow, and you should be able to co-host me.
Okay. I don't see your name though. Oh, maybe because you're talking, you're at the top. Hang on. Is it Stacey Donnar?
It is.
Okay. So make you a co-host?
Yep, I can help you admit.
Because I made one of my girls a co-host and it didn't let her admin.
Really? That's weird.
Yeah, maybe it'll help let you, but
There we go. I can help now. Thank you.
okay, great. All right, I'm gonna hopefully change. Give me 1 second. All right, thank you. It looks like people are still coming on board. We've got another co-host helping us. Thank you, Stacey. So let's keep an eye. Roxanne, if you could help keep an eye on the chat, and if we can address any questions that come in there, that would be great. That would help me out a lot. So, okay, let's get started. So it is Friday. It is the 20th of November. It is really close to Thanksgiving. We got about a week away. It just seems like we really start gearing up towards the end of the year in Truby, and this is a very exciting time of the year. I know that November and December and January are typically pretty big months for the company and for the field and for the sales force. So good luck to everybody. So I've got some great things to talk to you guys about today. I like to call this my 10 steps to success. So hopefully you're ready to take notes and you've got pen and paper, and let's get started. So again, my name is Teresa Sobekabeta, and I have Roxanne Sartucci here with me. She's on my team as well, and she's my I'm asked her to be my co-host today and help me out. So she'll also be speaking to you guys as well. So let's see. So first of all, you know, this business moves really fast. This is a fast-paced environment, a fast-paced business. And I know most of you work a full-time job or some type of other job outside of Truby. So, and I did that for a while too, for at least the first year and a half. I had a full-time job on top of building a team. So I know how that feels. I know how it is. And my first thing to say to you is if you don't have a plan, then you may as well be planning to fail. You have to have a daily plan, you have to have a weekly plan, and you have to have a monthly plan and a 6-month plan and a 1-year plan. Where do you want to be at the end of this week as far as, you know, your numbers are concerned? Where do you want to be at the end of 30 days? Where do you want to be in 6 months? Where do you want to be in a year? You always have to have a plan. And the way you do that is by just writing things down. You know, what are your goals? How many people do you want to reach out to on a daily basis? How many people do you want to reach out to on a weekly basis? Where do you want your numbers to be in your back office at the end of the month? You have to have a goal in mind, and you have to have a plan, and you have to put it into action. So not everybody starts out thinking, when you bring on new people, or when you came on board, or when I came on board, not everybody starts out thinking that they're going to be working this as a business. 99.9% of the people that come on board are thinking I'm a customer. So I did the same thing. I wasn't thinking business. I was thinking I need to try these amazing products. I know all about Dave Brown already. So I was excited to get on the products and give them a try, because I knew Dave and how great he is. So I was thinking customer. Just, you know, I messaged Tanya and I said, send me a link. I need to try these products out. So 99.9% of the people that come on board are only thinking customer minded. So, but for you personally as a builder, now that you're in the position of building a team or wanting to build a team, you need to look at everybody as a potential team builder. Even though they may come on just as a customer, and that's where their mind frame is. But when you look at them, you need to act and treat them like a potential teammate all the time. So they may not know it, but you know it. You know it. You know that most of the people that come on board in this company only start out as a customer. And then after falling in love with the products and having great results, they start building. So I don't ever really talk to people about it right away. That's not how I do things. I know some people do it differently, but for me personally, I kind of let them get their feet wet. Start falling in love with the products, fall in love with the atmosphere, with the synergy of the teams, that make friends, let them get acclimated and fall in love with how we do things and how amazing our products are. And then eventually they'll start to want to do the business. They always do. So, and I like to call it like dripping on them. You want to drip on them all of these little nuggets of information, little by little, and show them what an amazing company this is and how easy it is to do a business. And with that being said, that's where I came up with what I consider to be my 10 steps to success. So I have a pretty big team. I went to 5-star in 1.5 years. So there is a method to my madness. It's not easy work. I'm telling you right now, it's hard work. It's not hard work. It's just very time consuming. So you have to have a plan. You have to be organized. You have to write things down. If you had a full-time job or have a full-time job like I do, or I did when I started, and you have kids and you have sports and you've got to go to the grocery store and you've got family commitments, you've got a husband, I get it. But the only way to get all of that done is to have a plan and stick to it and be organized. So you have to have specific time frame when you know you're going to be working your business and how you're going to work your business, and you have to be efficient. You have to be super efficient. So let's go over this. So basically, once you start bringing on customers and you start building a team, it's your job to breathe life into them. Like I said, introduce them to the culture, show them what we do, how we do it, get them excited about the core products and about our company and how well our company's doing and how people love our price points and how people love how the convenience of our products. We have a lot of great, simple things that you just don't ever want to stop talking about. And that is the ease of the products, the simplicity of the products, the great pricing of the products, and how easy it is to have a second or a third stream of income from our company and have a side gig that actually does make money. So many people out there I know are involved in some type of network marketing company outside of Truby, and it's a side gig for them, and they're really not making much money. They're just not. If you ever really ask them, how much money are you making? If you have somebody approach you and want to talk to you about a business, the first thing you should ask them is, how much money are you making? That's what I would want to know. Is it worth my time? Is it worth my investment? That kind of thing. How much does it cost to get in? And how much money are you actually making? People want to know. So the first thing you have to do if you're wanting to build a leader is you have to lead by example. You have to be having an income. If you want people to follow you and be on your team and build with you, you have to be able to show them, this is how much money you can make and this is how to do it. And it's a real simple process with our company because, like I said, we have great products that work. We have a good price point. We have an easy setup, all of those things that I've already talked about. So the first thing you have to do is show them that this is a viable company with a great compensation system, and they reward the field like no other. So then the second thing that you want to talk to them about is you want to help cultivate their leadership skills. You want to show them that, yeah, you may have not ever done this before, but you can do it. And I will show you how. That's why I have Roxanne on here today. Roxanne is fairly new to my team. She's been coming on pretty strong. She's got a great team growing. I spend a lot of time with Roxanne talking to her. I text with her quite a bit. We message quite a bit. She's in all my groups. She interacts with me quite a bit. So when they're new and they're excited and they want to do what you're doing, you have to spend time with them. And you have to, because I didn't know Roxanne. She's not somebody that I knew at all. She saw me posting on Facebook and reached out to me about the products. And that's how 99.9% of these type things start out for us, is by somebody seeing you posting. So if you think posting doesn't work, she's living proof right there. But so I have her on this call today as my cohort and my assistant, or my co-host, That's the word I'm looking for. Because I'm trying to teach her leadership skills. This is also part of the process. I want her to see how easy it is to jump on here, train with people, get your ideas out. We're in and out in an hour and we're done. So you have to make sure that people know how simple this business is so that they're not overwhelmed by it. Because like I said, they have full-time jobs, they have lives, they have kids, they have families, they have other commitments besides doing a side gig. And not everybody not everybody's going to be looking at this as a job. Okay. For most people, like I said, they just want to be a customer. Hang on, I'm going to admit some people. All right. So let's go to the next thing. So help them cultivate their leadership skills, help them learn the basic core products. That's really the best place to start. What I consider the basic core products is the Belly Blaster kit. So whether you're talking about Tru V or Tru Fix, Tru Control, you know, whether you're talking about the original combo or the currently new combo, but that's part of the Belly Blaster kit, but also the H&H, you know, whether we're talking about the new one or the older one. So the H&H and also the Renew. Those 4 products right there is what I consider to be the core products. That's where you have to start when you're brand new or you have somebody that's new. You want to make sure they know and understand those 4 products. The Tru Fix, Tru Control, or the Tru V, either one of those or all of those, because you don't know what, you don't know which way your customer is going to go. You don't know if they're going to start out on the original or the Tru V. So they need to know the Tru Fix, Tru Control, the Tru V, the Renew, and the H&H. And, of course, I would also add the probiotic in there too, because I absolutely love it and I believe in it. But so you just got to break it down for them. If they go and look at the website and they look at the huge amount of products that we have on this company, which is amazing. We have a lot of great stuff, but you don't want them to get overwhelmed. Again, you want to keep it simple. You want to make it doable. So don't overwhelm them. So when I had my very first meeting and I had just started with Tru V, I was probably a couple months in. I didn't know all the products and I didn't know what they all did, but I took the core products with me to my meeting and I learned them before the meeting. And that's what I taught on. That's what I taught my audience and the people that were there that were from my team, the potential customers that were there. When I have a meeting in front of people, I only talk about the core products. I don't talk about all of the products. We don't have enough time in the day. There's too many. And people will also get overwhelmed. Again, you want to keep it simple. And most of the time people will say, what are you taking? What are you taking to help be successful in losing the weight and feeling healthy and blah, blah, blah. And that's where I started with the core products. So it's real simple stuff. You don't want to overcomplicate it. You don't want to scare people away. You don't want to make it hard because it's not. It's absolutely not. All right. So next thing. Teach them a system that is simple and duplicatable and one that they can follow easily. And that's where I'm going to get into the 10 steps right here. So remember that you teach them a system. You have to have a system in place that you're doing on a daily basis so that you can teach it to somebody else. So it's real simple. Teach them a system that is simple and duplicatable and easy to follow, period. All right, now let's get into the top 10 or what I consider to be my 10 steps to success that can help you on a daily basis grow your business, work your business, and grow your team. Hang on, I have to admit somebody. All right. So the first one, and this is probably the most important thing you can do on a daily basis. And just the other day, I went through and I looked at it about probably 25 or 30 of what I consider to be some of my leaders on my team. I went and looked at their Facebook pages. I hadn't done that in a while. I went and took a good look at them and because I hear people say things like business is slowing down, things are not rocking and rolling like they used to. It's getting kind of hard. So I went to go look at people's Facebook pages and I'm telling you, I was shocked, pretty shocked that there's not a whole lot of posting going on. So the first thing you can do to grow your business and to increase your audience is to post every day. Every day you need to post. And I'm not talking about being a commercial. I'm not talking about posting pictures of the products. I'm talking about attraction marketing. And I'll tell you a little bit about that in a second. And I'm talking about before and after pictures. People really like looking at pictures. We all do. And that's what catches people's attention. And I'm going to tell you one of my secrets. I don't hardly ever, and I do every now and then if it's a really good one, but I don't hardly ever post a picture of somebody's before and after unless I really know them, because they're going to ask questions. Your audience is going to say, you know, what did they change? What did they do? You know, when did they start? And if you don't know all of that or some of it, you have to know something, or at least be able to get a hold of that information if you need it. Some people will ask, did they change their diet? Did they exercise? You know, how old are they? You know, there's just questions that will come up. And for me personally, I post 99% of the time somebody that I know. And luckily, I have a huge team that's lost a lot of weight and they're all doing so well. I have plenty to choose from. Or I have also made friends with people, you know, out there in the Truvy world that are not in my downline, and I do know them. And so I post theirs as well, as long as they give me permission. So I'm just saying it's very, very empowering. And it also is a huge difference if you post testimonial before and afters of people that you actually know. So, and I know when you're new, you may not know a lot of people. So like I said, you have to ingratiate yourself and, you know, join join your team's pages, get to know people. The testimony pages are incredible. They work. That's another way of introducing your audience or your potential customers to Truvy, is to put them in a customer page where there's nothing but testimonies. So there's always that option. So post every day. Okay, and the other thing that you can do is attraction marketing. And Roxanne does a very good job of this, and so many people on my team do a good job of this. Stuff like, oh my gosh, my pants just are falling off. I have to go buy new ones. Or I have so much great energy today. I just cleaned the whole kitchen and living room.
Volume down.
I'm sorry. Can you mute yourself, please? I don't know who that was. So attraction marketing works, and you're not so commercially, you know what I mean? Because people don't want to be sold to, especially your friends and your family, your warm market. They don't want to be sold to on a daily basis, but they do want to know what you're doing. I promise you, when you say stuff like, I have great energy, or I slept last night, or I've got so much energy, I joined blah, blah, blah class, and I'm able to do this and do that. I have energy now that I never had before. You know, whatever it is, you can talk about non-scale victories in all kinds of ways. And it's not even about losing weight. It's about feeling better, because that's what people are looking for. How are you feeling? So post 2 to 3 times a day, period. And if you are crunched for time, learn how to do the automatic poster that goes in there, and you fill it up by the week or by the day or by the month. I know somebody that fills up her calendar for the entire month and sets out all of her posts. I've never been that organized, but I wish I could be. And it's actually Catherine Aguirre. She's probably on here somewhere. But so basically, you know, if you are crunched for time, you have a full-time job, or maybe when the kids are at the ballpark and you're sitting in the car, or they're at practice and you're sitting in the car, or just if you can wake up 30 minutes early in the morning or 30 minutes later at night before you go to bed, you have to get it in your schedule, because the posting is one of the most components of having success in this company. 2 to 3 times a day, different kinds of posts, you know, at least one picture post of a before and after, and also attraction marketing type posting. Don't be a commercial. Don't just post continuous pictures of the products and not really say anything personal. You know, you have to be very relatable and very personable. So that's number 1. So number 2 is bump your posts daily. If you don't know what that is, I'll explain. So yesterday, whatever you posted yesterday or the day before, and you got like people to comment on there, go back and make sure that you've commented on their comments, because it moves that post right back up to the top again. Or, you know, or if no one commented on it, go in there and comment yourself. You know, give yourself a thumbs up or a happy face or a jumping, you know, picture, just something. Go in there and bump your posts, especially if they were good ones. And a lot of people, if you had a really good post where a lot of people responded, go in there and bump your post by making comments, and it'll move that post right back up to the top of your news feed, so people can see it again and again and again. So don't forget to bump your posts. So let's go to number 3. Number 3, add to my story daily. Absolutely. Your storyline in Facebook is just as important as your news feed. So make sure that you are posting on your storyline at least, let me see, what did I say? 3 to 5 times, at least 3 to 5 times a day. It's real easy to put stuff in your story. So I do testimonies up there. I do just motivational type stuff like, hey, stuff about having a good day or being positive. Being very positive is super important too. But so in your storyline, I do like family pictures, my dog, recipe pictures, whatever I want to put in there. So basically, every day you need to also be adding to your storyline, because in the storyline, it only stays in there for 24 hours. It's a constant rolling 24-hour thing. And as you post them, by the next 24 hours that goes by, it drops off. So, you're constantly adding to your storyline because it's constantly dropping off. People love to see before and afters in your storyline. And again, that's a great way to advertise. So before and afters are great attention getters. All right, so next one. This is number 4. Comment on your friends' posts daily. And I know some people that do this systematically, like they go to the alphabet of their friends' contact list, of their contact list of their friends, and start alphabetically. Start at the top and work your way down. Whatever that number is a day that you're comfortable with, whatever you feel like you have time with, whether it's 10 or 5 or 10 or 15 a day, whatever that number is. I'm not giving you a specific number because everybody's different. I don't know how many friends you have. I also don't know how much time you have. So, but you have to do it daily. So what happens with the algorithms in Facebook is when you comment on your friends' posts, like their dog or their cat or their kids or their new car or whatever it is, and you're like, hey, that's amazing. Basically, that person gets stuck into your algorithms of Facebook, and they're able to see your post, and you're also able to see their posts. So you want to get outside of the normal box of the same 10 or 20 people that you're always talking to, and make sure that there's people on your friends list. If they have a birthday, wish them happy birthday. If they have an anniversary, happy anniversary. If they had a baby, whatever. So comment on their posts and do it systematically. Go through your alphabet, and then depending on how many people you do a day, depending on how many friends you have, it may take you the whole month to get through the whole list. It may take you longer. But when you get to the bottom, start over, go back to the top and work your way down. So comment on your friends' posts systematically, alphabetically, daily, whatever that number is that you can get to, 5, 10, 15, whatever it is a day. And then also, like I said, so the other beauty of that is as soon as you comment on one of your friends' posts, they will see your very next post that you put on Facebook. That's how that algorithm works. So if you want people to see your posts, you have to also comment on their posts, period. That's number 4. Number 5, and it's follow-ups in general. So there's kind of a big umbrella under number 5, and it's so important, but you have to do it, and you have to put it on your calendar. You have to get it into your schedule. You have to find the time. And believe me, when I had a full-time job, I would go to the restroom and hide out for 10 or 15 minutes on my break. And I would do stuff like this, follow-ups, or I'd go to my car on my lunch hour and get my phone out. Your smartphone is your computer. You run your whole life from that phone nowadays. So I'd go to my car and I'd work on my business while I was on my lunch hour. So, if you really want this, you'll make the time and you'll find the time. But so in the follow-up section, number 5, so every day, and you can do 10 a day or you can do 5 a day, whatever you're comfortable with. Again, it's going to depend on how how much you want to grow and how fast you want to grow. But I would say no less than 10. But if you're brand new, start out with 5. Start somewhere. Don't get overwhelmed by the number 10. Don't let the number 10 run you away like, oh, I can't do this. Do 3 a day, do 5 a day, do 6 a day, whatever your number is, get comfortable with it and do it, but then eventually increase it. But so for me, I tell everybody 10 a day. And the first follow-up is with new or potential customers. And I'm talking about in Messenger. I'm not talking about on Facebook. I'm talking in behind the scenes in Messenger or by text if you know them well enough to know their cell phone. But you know, all your follow-ups need to be done daily for new and potential customers. So if someone liked your post about weight loss or liked one of your, you know, posts about your energy, reach out to them and say, hey, would you like more information? Real simple. You don't have to get into some long drawn out explanation. Maybe even ask them how they're doing. I guess you could start with that. You know, how are you doing? How are the kids doing? How's work? You know, I'm assuming you know them. So basically, you know, reach out to them and say, hey, I saw that you liked my post. You know, I've been doing really great on these products. Would you mind if I shared some information with you? Just simple stuff. All right. So reach out to 10 new potential customers a day. Like I said, you can make that 5 or 3 or whatever your number is, but I would start with 10. If you have a big contacts group and you're fairly new, I would start with 10 a day. Also, you want to reach out to existing customers. Don't ever forget about your level 1s, and don't ever forget about reaching out to your current and existing customers and saying, hey, how are you doing? How are you on the products? Can I help you with anything? You know, when they first get started, they really need to hear from you a couple times in that first week, and then at least a couple more times during that month. You know, you want to get them past that 30 to 60 to 90 day mark. And in order to do that, you have got to communicate with them. So follow up is probably the most important job, if you want to call it that. It's really just following up with your friends and your family. You're going to talk to them anyways. So don't forget to ask them, how are you doing? How are you doing on the products? You know, tell me what's going on. And don't be afraid of the answers. A lot of people don't follow up because they're afraid they're going to hear complaints and they don't want to hear it. They don't want to help them. So you're going to lose that customer. You're absolutely going to lose them. So in order to help with retention and to, you know, cultivate that environment that is so important for your customer to have success, ultimately, what this is all about is helping these people get the success that they're looking for to lose weight and get healthy. And when you brought them on board, you signed up for that part of it, the follow-up. So make sure you're doing the follow-up daily, 10. I say 10 daily. And start with your list and work your way down. And then once you're done with that list, start back at the top again and work your way down. Keep a list. I don't care if it's on the computer. I don't care if it's on paper, but keep a list. Also, when you reach out to them and they're happy with the products and they're doing great, that's a perfect time to ask for referrals. Okay. Somebody's waiting to get in. Hang on. That's a perfect time to ask for referrals. So many people don't ask for referrals. I promise you, realtors ask for referrals all the time, as well as many other industries. But the one that comes to mind right now, right away for me is, hang on, let me mute somebody, is realtors. So if you talk to your customer during your follow-up session and they're happy with their products and they're doing well, why not ask them for referrals? It's very easy to, because you know they know other people that want these products and need these products. And you know, I would just say, since you're doing so well on the products, is there anybody you could think of that would also need, they may also need to get healthy or lose weight? It's not always about weight loss either, guys. So remember to use the words, get healthy. You know, do you know anybody else that would be interested, if you don't mind telling me, you know, and they're going to say yes and they're going to say no. So don't be scared of that answer either. If they say no, they say no. That's okay. Eventually, they're going to come around from that, though. I promise you. If they stay on the products and if they continue to love the products, eventually they're going to come up with somebody as a referral. I promise you. And or they may just say, hey, can I sign them up? Because that's usually what happens too, especially with family members. So basically, you know, don't forget to ask for referrals. It's very important. when you're doing your follow-ups, and like I said, when they're happy with the products, the way to end that conversation is to ask for referrals. And don't be afraid of the no's. Don't be afraid of the no's, because people are going to tell you no. No, I don't know anybody, but if I think of anybody, I'll let you know. You're like, perfect, love it. And really you just move on from there. It's that simple. And then the next one is to add new friends daily. I put a number 10 on that again. Facebook has that little section that says people you may know, people you may, I'm not saying to make friends with complete strangers, because I don't do that either. But you have to expand your audience constantly if you're going to be working a network marketing business. And one of the ways to do that is to constantly add new friends. So I would say at least 10 new friends a day. Send a request out. That doesn't mean they're going to accept you, but send the request out, get 10 new friends a day. If you're in special interest groups, like if you're involved with horses or dogs or the kids' sports teams or whatever, I'm in so many groups, I can't even tell you how many groups I'm in of all kinds, and I make lots of friends through there. So make sure you're adding new friends every day. That's another part of that. So in that follow-up section, there's 4 subsections, and let me just go over them real quick again. So it's follow up with 10 new possible or potential customers, follow up with 10 existing current customers or teammates. It's important to follow up with your teammates too. They are customers as well. Ask for referrals, 10 a day, and add 10 new friends a day. So that's it for that section. So number 6 in your what did I call this? Your 10 steps to success. So number 6 is respond to all messages, comments, emails, text messages, etc. It's just good business. And you are in a business. So if someone comments on your Facebook page somewhere, say thank you, send a happy face, say, you're so sweet, or whatever. If someone sends you a text message, an email, whatever it is, you need to respond to everybody possible all day long. At some point, you got to get in there and get those algorithms going, keep those relationships rolling. So number 7, and this is a real hard one for a lot of people, and I can tell you how I eased into it, but you have to start doing Facebook Lives. It's just important. It's super important. It helps your business. People love them. People love to look at Facebook Lives and videos versus just reading posts. So the way I do Facebook Lives now all the time, I do them on my team page and I do them on my regular Facebook page. But in the beginning, I was super nervous about doing them as well. So I did videos, because at least when you're doing a video, you can re-record it like 100 times and edit it if you know how. You can make it, shorter, because sometimes people go too long. So, don't make it too long, but start out with videos. Start doing videos on your cell phone, record yourself, face, voice, everything, not just voice. Record yourself, do some videos, and start putting them out there. If it's about anything too, like when you're cooking chicken and you have a special recipe and you want everybody to see it. If you just planted a bunch of flowers outside and you want people to see your new garden, you just got a new car, do a quick little video, go outside and put it, put the video, put the phone on in the video in the car and show them all the great little gadgets. I mean, whatever it is, it doesn't have to be about the business. It doesn't have to be about the products. It could be, but you want to have a variety, your dog, your cat, your kids, your house, your hobby, whatever that is. Do some videos and ease yourself into the Facebook Live world, because it's very important in this business to know how to do that and to be able to do that. So I say do Facebook Live at least one time a week. So whether that's a video or Facebook Live, at least once a week is a good place to start. And you get better and better with it all the time. And it's okay to say, oh my God, I'm so nervous. I've never done this before, but here I am. It's okay to be real and be raw and let them see your insecurities. People love that. So, and be funny, just laugh at yourself. I mess up all the time, even still, and I'm not even worried about it whatsoever, not worried about it, because we're human and people love that. So, number 8, This is super important. And it's whatever it is to you is personal development. So you need to do at least 30 minutes a day of personal development, whether it's reading the Bible, meditation, exercise, reading a book, podcasts, motivational videos on YouTube. I mean, there's a million ways to do just 30 minutes a day of personal development. You want to develop your interpersonal relationships. You got to know how to be a people person. You got to know how to talk to people. You got to be friendly and funny and intelligent and be able to speak well. So, developing your personal development or spending 30 minutes a day on your personal development is super important. So make sure you get that in there. Do it in the morning, do it late at night, do it in the middle of the day, just find your point and get it done. And it's super important, and it's going to make you feel so much better. It really will. And then number 9 is post in 3 interest groups daily. So those groups we talked about earlier, like if you're part of the horses or the dogs or, the keto group or, whatever it is, we're all part of these groups out there. Make sure that you're interacting in those groups on a daily basis too. So post in at least 3 different of your interest groups, post in at least 3 groups daily. Become friends with people, be the person, be somebody that they recognize your name, they recognize your face, and they start to follow you or they friend request you. So that's a great way to increase your market, make new friends, make new Facebook friends, but also just creating more relationships, because we are in the relationship business. Network marketing, online marketing, whatever you want to call it, is a relationship business. And that's what we're all doing. So do that daily. So, and then number 10, the final one is, if you treat this like a business, it's going to reward you like a business. So if you treat it like a hobby, it's going to reward you like a hobby. So if you were like me, 26 years at a dead end job, I hadn't had a raise in 10 years. I thought I would die at that job, making the same thing I was making forever. No raises. How would you like to not get a raise for something that you've been doing for so many years? I did the job of 3 people, and I promise you, they didn't pay me. Hang on one second. They didn't pay me what they should have been paying me. I promise you. So I was at a job for 26 years, and I didn't start Truvy to start a business. It just kind of fell into my lap. But you have to be able to recognize an opportunity when you see one, and you have to be able to act on it and run with it like your life depends on it. So Truvy's, we're at a little moment in time, you guys. There's a little bubble that we're in right now, and these products are hot. The prices are perfect. There's a market for what we have. People want it, need it, can afford it. Most people are working from home right now, working from home like never before. They have more time on their hands. They're not out spending their money either, like we used to. We used to eat out a lot. We used to go to movies. We used to go travel. Most people are not doing that kind of stuff. So a lot of the times you will find that people who at some point could not afford it, they probably can now, because they're not spending all that excess money like they used to eating out. And plus, people are super concerned about their health right now, especially when they're overweight and or taking medications. We have what they want, and we have what they need. We have the right price point. So don't let this moment in time pass you by. Like I said, that you're in a little bubble here, and you have to take advantage of it, and you have to run with it and educate yourself. And in the very least, just make enough money to get comfortable in your own lifestyle. I'm not talking about like what I did, making 5-star in a year and a half and making more than enough money to quit my job. I'm saying what's the number that you need every month to make you comfortable, to pay the bills, to go on a vacation, to pay off student loans. I also paid off almost $50,000 worth of credit card debt before I quit my job with my Truvy money. I took my Truvy money and I got myself completely out of debt to put myself in a position where I could quit my job and work with my team full time. So you have to have a plan. Remember what we said about having a plan? If you don't have a plan, you're going to plan to fail. So make yourself a plan. What is that number that you need every month to pay your bills and to make your family comfortable? Is it 500 a month? Is it 1,000 a month? Is it 2,000 a month? Whatever it is, it's very, very doable here in this company. So that's all I have for you guys. I hope that you enjoyed that. I'm going to ask Roxanne to unmute herself here and see if she has anything to add. I've talked for 45 minutes straight. I always knew I had a big mouth, but yeah, I'm a talker. So Roxanne, what do you think about all that? And do you have anything to add in there?
I think that you hit so many points. A lot of good, helpful tips onto building our business and just helping us. I feel I'm just grateful to be part of your team. I can't say it enough, but I've learned so much just in this 4 months that I've been on your team. And every day, I feel like when you wake up every day, just always have a plan and a purpose. Think of something that you are going to do better than you did yesterday. Also too, our journey is our testimony. You know, we have to be able to be transparent. People want to see the real you. They don't want to just see they want to see days that you having are bad days or your flaws, and flaws are good. That's what makes us human. And people like seeing that. And that's what I've learned on my business is being just myself, even on my bad days, posting pictures, if it has to do with my husband or whatever his journey is, just being transparent. That's what's helped me. And building relationships. I've met so many people on my team and I haven't even met them on person. I just feel like I'm surrounded by some really, really good people. And I'm grateful for that. We're in a really hard time right now in this pandemic. And I feel like us being home, this is our best opportunity to build our business, to help each other grow and, make money. And while we're getting healthy, there's this virus out there that we have to be able to be on top of our health. That's the main thing. So we can, be healthy. And like I said, every day.
And I'm going to tell you, I'm sorry, go ahead. I couldn't hear you.
No, it's okay. Go ahead.
Well, I was just thinking that there was a time in my life when I was 100 pounds overweight and I was on lots of medications and I was super sick. And if I would have had to have gone through this pandemic, and being in that state of health versus where I am today, I'd be in trouble.
Yeah.
I'd be in a lot of trouble. I would not be able to stay healthy. I promise you. So I'm grateful. I'm so grateful to Dave Brown and this company and these products. Not only has it helped me lose the 90 pounds and keep it off, but I'm also healthy from the inside out, my blood work, everything. So I had all of the major things that you could think of. We're not saying that we are here to cure diseases. Again, y'all know that we're not making any claims that we cure diseases, but when you lose the weight and get your endocrine system in balance the way it should be, everything starts working like it should be. So, getting the cravings under control, losing the weight is key, because then everything else will fall into place. And so not only do you get to work on this work with this incredible company and help other people get healthy, but you can also make a pretty darn good living at it too. So that's what I like the most about it too, is that there's so many people on my team that are actually making money. I've been involved in other companies before where only the top people made the money. I'm just flabbergasted and just shocked, honestly, and happy that there's so many people on my team that are actually making money, as well as getting healthy, losing weight, feeling better, helping other people get to the same state as well. So that's what's amazing about all that. Hang on one second. Somebody's got a long question here. I just need to see
I think they were just posting on the points that you hit from 1 through 10, like all.
Oh, good.
Yeah, that was really helpful. Thank you, Alicia.
Thank you. That's amazing. You guys, y'all can look at Alicia's comment in the chat, and she wrote notes on my 1 through 10 points. I will also, I'm going to type these up as well and put them in a PDF file and put them on my team page. So if anybody wants them, reach out to me. I'll message it out to you in Messenger if anybody else wants it. You can find me on Facebook. I'm Teresa, Teresa Sobeck, Sobeck, Abeta, Abeita. If Catherine or Roxanne or somebody will type my name in the comments, that way people can see it, because right now I look like Mama Starfish. I'm signed on with somebody else's Zoom account, and her Zoom account name is Mama Starfish. So I'm signed on as Mama Starfish right now. So if I'm not Facebook friends with you, or you don't know how to get a hold of me, a lot of you do. I see a lot of familiar faces in here, thank goodness. But if you don't, and you want a copy of my PDF, I probably won't be done until about Sunday. I'm gonna need a couple of days to catch up, but basically let me know, and I will send it out to you. I'm an open book. You guys, if you liked it enough to want to read it, well, I will give it to you.
Also too, Teresa, I just wanted to touch like a point that you made that I think is like really, really awesome and valuable is our profiles. Those are, we're all, that's like our resume. That's like a cover letter. We have to be professional and transparent in ourselves. So, whatever we're posting, people are watching. And I mean, yes, it's our page and it belongs to us and it's about us, but we also are trying to attract, new clients and be transparent with ourselves about what our journey. So we have to be mindful of what we're posting, and it has to be like Teresa said, attraction marketing, and just being mindful of what we're posting every single day.
Yeah. Try to avoid looking like a commercial or just real pushy. Remember, your Facebook page is your storefront. I like to call it your storefront. You want to make it look friendly and inviting and not too heavy. People nowadays, everything is so heavy right now. We need fun and exciting and an outlet. Facebook is the only socializing that a lot of people are doing right now, or Instagram or Twitter or whatever your platform is. Social media right now is the only way that we're actually socializing. So some of us are not, I do go out a little bit here and there, but I'm super careful, like I said, and I don't have any pre-existing conditions, and I'm not exposing. I don't have anybody at home to expose or anything like that. But so, basically, that's how people socialize nowadays. That's how we keep up with our friends and our family. If I didn't have Facebook, because I have a huge family, if I didn't have Facebook, I would not be able to keep up with all of my cousins and my nieces and nephews and my aunts and my uncles. I have a lot of family. My mom is the oldest of 8 kids, and I have a ton of cousins and a lot of family members on Facebook. So, and believe me, I would say more than half of them are on Truvy. So the first place to start is with the people that know you and love you and trust you, and that's your friends and family. Those are your first customers, and that's your warmest market you're ever going to be in too. It's always easier and better and more efficient to start with your friends and your family, people that know you and love you and trust you, than a complete stranger. So those don't happen very often. I can't even think of, I probably have a handful of people that are my customers. Roxanne was a complete stranger though. So I'm just saying, Facebook posting works. She felt like she knew me. I felt like I knew her, because you know what, we kind of do, when you watch somebody or follow somebody on Facebook for a while, and once you finally get to have a real conversation with them or really get to know them, you're like, God, I feel like I've known you forever, because you have really. And that's how we socialize. So utilize Facebook for what it is. I'm so glad that everybody was on the call. We're almost out of time. Are there any questions before we jump off? Or anybody want to add anything? Just raise your hand or unmute yourself. Don't be scared. Hang on, we got some new messages.
I think they're going over the your 10 success tips for business. Thank you guys for
Awesome.
sharing that. That's awesome.
Awesome. Well, dang it. I just might copy and paste out of there and I won't have to do a whole PDF. You guys rock. All right. So baby was crying. She got number 7, I'm sure, from the notes. Mac Pro said her baby was crying. She didn't hear number 7, but I think she's got it from the notes now. So anyways, I am so appreciative. Thank you so much for helping me, Roxanne. And also, who was it Donna? I think it was who was
Paula Crossley. She was helping us a lot too, and Alicia.
Yes.
Thompson.
Yeah, whoever was in there helping us admit people and keep that rolling. Thank you for your help, because it does get a little crazy when you're trying to speak and trying to admit people out of the waiting room. So we appreciate you guys. Like I said, if you have any questions or you need any help, I'm always available for questions on Facebook. Just message me anytime. I'm an open book. So if you have any questions about what we discussed today, just reach out to me. I'd love to help you. But it is recorded at some point. Alyssa Cowart's group will get this out on YouTube. All of them, all of these, this series that we're doing this month of these power hours are being recorded, and they're all going to go into a YouTube channel. You'll be able to go back and watch them over and over and share them with your teams, and that, or at least make sure your teams know where they're at so they can go view them. So again, thank you for being on. I appreciate everybody, and I hope you have a terrific afternoon, and we'll talk to you soon.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.